Good evening, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I hope y'all enjoyed that previous list video. Now I have another list video because I actually wrote this list before the other one, but whatever. So, it's time for another top 10 list. This time, the top 10 Toy of the Year worthy Bionicle sets. This one's gonna be a little controversial, probably more controversial, maybe less, or I don't know, than the last video we did. But let's see what let's see what happens, shall we? 1 to 10, 10 to 1, let's go. Starting off, no honorable mentions, by the way. So basically, with the idea was we take a look at all the years of Bionicle, and we basically kind of figure, you know, which sets from each individual year, excluding 2010 because there was only 6 sets. Basically, we kind of decide on what sets would be good enough for Toy of the Year. So, we're going to play with this idea a little bit. So, starting with number 10 is Toa Motunui from 2009. Yes, Toa Motunui, not the Glatorian one, the Titan one that was $50 at Toys R Us, and it was a limited exclusive item. This was when we finally got the golden mask of life, sorry. And it was limited, which is why I never got it, apparently, so I will rectify that at some point. I will get the set. But Toa Motunui, basically it was basically a play on the, taking ideas of the 2008 Takanuva set and just adding on more and, you know, just basically making one spectacle out of the design, you know. And this was an awesome looking set. This is a set that probably should have been Toy of the Year of 2009, which would have made LEGO probably would want to make another limited run of this set. Then I would have had the set, but I didn't, so fuck me running. So Toa Motunui, it's an awesome set. He had that big sword that you could obviously put on your Glatorian Toa Motunui, who's over there, obviously, and yeah, otherwise you could just 3D print a sword. But Toa Motunui, awesome set. I just wish I've gotten it. Now, number 9 is Takanuva from 2008. Now, this was Toy of the Year, if I recall correctly, at one point. This was a set that broke some boundaries and really kind of redefined, you know, Titan-scaled characters in a way. You had it was basically expanding upon the Inika build, and, you know, you had the pistons, obviously, which are standardized for Titan sets since 2006, and you got the new Evoki, and you got this lance sort of weapon thing, and you've got all sorts of recolors, and he's now the Toa of Twilight, apparently. What the fuck? Huh. This was just a set that really deserved Toy of the Year, and it was just one of those sets that kind of just, while it wasn't the most memorable Bionicle set, it was definitely one that kind of deserved a lot of attention, and clearly it did, because I think it was Toy of the Year at one point, but I don't know. But I never got Takanuva, so I wouldn't know. But the point is, this was a toy that deserved Toy of the Year, and if it hadn't, then it should have. Number 8 is Skull Basher from 2015. Why? He's a Minotaur. Look at the mask. The mask reminds me of the mask of Mick Thompson from Slipknot. Yeah. So, But the mask was pretty cool. The weapons, that new axe weapon is pretty fucking cool. This was just overall a set that had a different function. It didn't have the gear function. It had more like a swivel thing for the weapons, and you can also push on the back on the button. This was a unique set. Now, obviously, it has its pitfalls, but at the same time, this was a G2 set that I could see being Toy of the Year of 2015, and it wasn't, which was a shame. But this was definitely my second favorite Skull villain, and I had to put one of the Skull villains at number 8. It was Skull Basher. Number 7 is the Exo-Toa from 2002. Yes, the Exo-Toa, which is a nice little sort of extension. It was like a suit of armor for your Toa Mata. You put the Toa Mata in this, the Exo-Toa. Now, you can't do it with Pohatu, but you can do it with Onua. You just have to modify Onua's build a little bit. With Pohatu, you have to turn him back upside down. But the Exo-Toa was a fantastic fucking set. It had those expandable claw things. It had that blaster thing. This was a fantastic Technic Bionicle build, and this was definitely it was one that I'm nostalgic for because I actually had the set, and I enjoyed building it. I even built the alternate model, which was pretty cool. And if Toy of the Year 2002 went to one Bionicle set, it would have been the Exo-Toa, in my opinion. Number 6 is Makuta from 2003. Yeah, this is if there was one set from 2003 that I had to assign Toy of the Year to in 2003, it would be Makuta Pterodax from, well, that wave of in 2003, second half of 2003. This is the first time we got the Pterodax in a physical toy form, not counting the prototype, but this was a definitive look for Makuta Pterodax, at least in the golden years of Bionicle, the first 3. And the fact that we got him at the end of those golden years, that 3-year run, the initial 3 years, it was really something special. This version of Makuta was fairly special in its build. It had that gear function at the waist, which, take it or leave it, but it's still pretty cool. This shadow staff is pretty cool. That mask is pretty cool. He even used 2 Evokis for hands in silver, which was okay. Reuse of the part. Clever reuse. And just overall, this was a pretty awesome set. When I got it in 2003 and I built it, I just absolutely I think this is the best. This is the best way they could represent Makuta Pterodax. That is until we got Ultimate Duma, which was a whole other beast. But, this Makuta Pterodax from 2003 clearly should have been Toy of the Year in 2003, in my opinion. Number 5 is Toa Likan and Kikanello from 2004. So this was a 2-pack of a set. So first you got Toa Likan, which was the last of his Toa team, the Toa Mangai. And, he had those fire greatsword things which combined into a surfboard. You've got that version of the How. His color scheme was awesome. Obviously, not many people are fond of the shit gold that it was, but I liked the color scheme. I thought it was cool. He was basically a Toa Metru, sure, but he had his own little quirks to him that the Toa Metru didn't have. It was a little more stylized, sure, and, had a more difference of colors than the Toa Metru did. So, this was a fantastic representation of Toa Likan. As for the Kikanello Rahi thing, I remember getting the set for Christmas one year, and I thought it was the Kikanello was kind of weird. The head design, how the neck area was just weird. Like, You had that long horn thing, which was a Lewa blade, and you had a smaller horn, I think, too. And the tail, the claws. What can I say about Kikanalo? This was a set that should have been Toy of the Year 20 years ago when it was released. God damn it! I mean, seriously, totally kind of Kikanalo. It was definitely worth the price of admission, and that's all I can really say because it should have been Toy of the Year of that year. Now, Hydraxon at number 4 from 2007. Oh yeah, this is my favorite Titan from 2007. There were multiple sets that were released. There was Maxilos and Spinax, there was Gadunka, which was probably the worst of the Titans, but There was Karzani, of course, there was Lasovic. There was all kinds of fun sets that year. 2007 really nailed it. But Hydraxon was special for me. You had the wrist-mounted blades, you had the special fingers that were, just Exoforce arms with the little barbs. That was a hand design that, obviously, us Machists have used since this set was released. So, we took that hand design and used it for our own mocks, which was pretty fucking cool. Hand designs have since gone incredibly, they've come a long way since then, but Hydraxon was just a fantastic set. You got the color scheme of black and silver, you got the wrist-mounted Kordak blaster, just everything about this set was just aesthetically pleasing. I fucking love Hydraxon. It's one of my favorite sets of all time. I'm glad I got to build him. And I can't say the same for Gadunka. And he was the same fucking price. Gadunka, just the name is ridiculous. So yeah, Hydraxon at number 4 from 2007. Fantastic set. Should have been Toy of the Year 2007. Number 3 is Umarak the Destroyer from 2016. What do you do when you take Umarak the Hunter, remove his mask, and put the mask control on him? He becomes a massive fucking beast! And this was definitely something that should have been Toy of the Year of 2016, in my opinion. He stands proudly on that shelf up there, and I just love this set. He looks like a monster. He clearly is. He has those extensions of the mask of control. They're exaggerated a little bit. You have just everything about Umarak the Destroyer. He is gappy. He does have gaps, but I just love Umarak the Destroyer. It's fucking awesome. Basically, you sacrifice the uniqueness of Umarak the Hunter for the big evil demonic monstrosity that is Umarak the Destroyer. And I felt like it was there were compromises that were made, and they were well worth it. Umarak the Destroyer is a fantastic set, fantastic build. The gaps are a problem, but you can fix those easily with your own parts. This should have been Toy of the Year in 2016, even as Bionicle was coming to its second end. Number 2 is Vizon and Cardass from 2006. No, it's not Axon, it's not Brutaka, it's not even Umbra. Yeah, I wouldn't even consider Umbra Toy of the Year, even though Umbra's pretty cool. Axon is cool too, I like the axe. Brutaka is clearly Toy of the Year worthy, but at the same time, Vizon and Cardass, the combo model. You build this big fucking dragon, and what can I say that I haven't said enough about Cardass? It is a fucking beast of a build. I built it with parts I've had in my collection. This was years ago, but this was a fantastic build. It was just it utilized the parts that were supplied with Axon, Brutaka, and Vizon and Fenrak, and you still have Vizon, but with a slightly altered build. But Vizon and Cardass is, oh god, this should have been Toy of the Year in 2006. It really should have. I can't say the same with any other Bionicle set from 2006. No, I refuse. Vizon and Cardass is definitely Toy of the Year worthy. And that brings us to number 1, and that is Rudaka from 2005. LEGO must be proud of themselves of how sexualized they were able to make a big toy robot. She is fucking awesome. Rudaka, character-wise, she is just awesome too. The overall set design is just fantastic. I just love Rudaka. She's awesome. Now I have to replace a part on her leg though, but yeah. This was the first time where we got the thing of Rakshi heads being used as boobs. We've got other sort of designs that were design elements that were used on Rudaka. Rudaka is just a fantastic fucking set, and you know it. I can't say anything more than I have, but I'm at a loss for words at just how awesome Rudaka is. She is fantastic. I need to review her at some point. She's on my list of sets to review, well, characters to review, and I love Rudaka. She's my favorite villain character from Bionicle, and, well, if you disagree, you're wrong. And that brings us to number 0. You're saying number 0? What? Yeah. Number 0 is the Toamata. Hands down, the Toamata even supersede Rudaka, and I fucking love Rudaka. Keep that in mind. I fucking love Rudaka. Not even in a romantic sense, she's just an awesome set. But the Toamata, up there, on their shelf, these guys and gal are my childhood heroes. They will forever have a special place in my heart as 6 sets that just, I can't really pick which one would have been Toy of the Year. All 6 of them equally deserve Toy of the Year in 2001. These were fantastic sets when they came out. Now, obviously, they're outdated by today's standards, but at the time, they were innovative. They had the gear function, the almighty gear function. They had the Kanohi masks. They had the light piping, obviously. They had the awesome, unique weapons. They had the... Overall, everything about the Toamata is fantastic. Plus, when you add on the character bios, you know, the personalities and whatnot to these characters, the stories and whatnot, it just further elevates the fact that really all of these sets that are on this list deserve Toy of the Year of their respective years. And I think the only one that got Toy of the Year was Takanuva in 2008. That's... wow. But the Toamata, this was a hard list for me to compile because the Toamata I knew were going to be at the top spot. But I had to put them at number 0, just a hair above Rudaka, because Rudaka is just that great. I love her. And the Toamata, they're just my childhood heroes. They really are. You can't argue with that. The Toamata are fantastic sets. They still hold up to this day. I mean, I look at them nowadays and I say, yeah, LEGO really hit the spot with that one, with those sets. They were incredible. They were fantastic. I can't say enough. Rudaka, my favorite villain character from G1, and all these other sets that are awesome too. Now, you might disagree with this list, and that's okay. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Everyone is one. So put your list in the comment section below, and if you like this list, give me a like, give me a subscribe. And what's your top 10, or in this case, you have a number 0 as well? Well, let me know in the comment section below in your list, and, well, have fun with that. So, that's it for lists for today. I had 2 prepped for y'all, and I'm gonna come up with some more lists. Obviously, I have more ideas, and I just need to, brainstorm some more. But yeah, at the end of the day, these are all sets that deserved Toy of the Year of their respective years. I can't say the same for the 2010 the stars. I just can't. I refuse. The stars were unworthy of being Toy of the Year of that year, even though the colors were great. and they combine into this monstrosity that is called Gardas. I don't remember. But yeah, that's basically it for this list video. Let me know what your list is, again, in the comment section below. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos, so stay tuned. And yeah. Well, that's it for today. I hope to see you all tomorrow with another video. And yeah, so I've talked long enough. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.